Bam, we're live. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, yes, 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 yes. He was Raymond Ibrahim's, I think maybe I knew that. He was Raymond Ibrahim's grad school professor. Yeah, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Victor Davis Hanson. I know. That didn't make any sense. I was reading a text message. I know. There's a book I read, Sword and the Scimitar. I highly recommend it. I don't even know if that's how scimitar. Oh, crispy internet today, 2 in a row. 2 days in a row. Greg will be joining us today. I don't know what happened to Caleb. His day job must have called or something. Good to see you, Mr. Lange. Good morning, Christine. I can't tell. I can't tell if I like the glasses or don't like the glasses. I can't tell if it makes things easier for me to see or if it makes me dizzy. That's not a good sign. All right. How are you guys doing this morning? I was reviewing the Jan 6 story with the bombers. Sounds like more and more people are not believing the story that the autistic black man from Virginia was the actual bomber. I guess some new cell phone data came out today, and they're saying that the pings weren't even correct. I guess those towers ping and tell you where the phone is, and I guess the guy wasn't in the right spot or something. If you're dizzy while wearing your glasses, it's not correct. Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I figured. Did I send Greg a link this morning? Today is Wednesday, right? I'm still in Arizona. Tomorrow, I'm not sure what's going to happen with the show. Maybe I should send Matt and Caleb a text now. Can you guys do the show tomorrow? I'll leave here. I'll get up at 4. I don't like doing that. I'll get up at 4, start the drive at 5. It'll tell me it's a 10-hour drive. It'll end up taking me 14 hours. I think what happens, I don't know how navs work, but I think when you set the trip, it estimates the time based on the traffic at the current moment, and then the traffic changes. And I will tell you this: we were out 2 hours before we got to Phoenix. 2 hours outside the city limits coming here. What day did we come here on? A Thursday? Sunday. We had no traffic coming from the Bay Area down to Phoenix, not even near LA. But as soon as we got 2 hours outside of Phoenix, the traffic was insane. And it's not like Phoenix has all of these suburbs. It's just a city out in the middle of nowhere. So for there to be traffic 2 hours out, it was like bumper to bumper traffic in the desert. Clock cutter. I did notice. I didn't. I saw that there was a post today by Dents. I think that's what's the guy's name? Marston Sharp. What's the guy's name? The guy that looks like a little Pinky Mouse that makes those cool videos. Startup, Mr. Startup, Marsden Startup. I did see there was a video on Dence's Instagram account. Of course, I didn't understand it at all. It's a clip. I need everything explained to me like in minutia. But it looks like it's causing some controversy. Mayhem, our master plan revealed. I couldn't get through the chit chat at the beginning. Anyone know what their plan is? Oh, that's a new Mayhem video. It looks like this guy was giving some feedback to Mayhem in the Dents clip. But I'm so out of the loop on those podcasts that I wasn't able to follow it. I feel like I need some context. Mr. Startup is saying Mayhem and Rich don't do CrossFit anymore. Oh, no shit. Is it a hot take or is there some truth to it? Sevi, I'm coming down to Phoenix in a week. Can you recommend some good hikes or attractions? Do that Camelback hike. That thing was crazy. That was really fun. I'll tell you what was fun about it. My quads got blown up. and there were some points that were challenging but not dangerous or hard. And it's one of those hikes, a hike when you're going to the summit, you keep thinking you're going to be at the top, and then you turn a corner and you're not close to the top. There were like 3 of those. There were like 3 of those. There were like 3 turns where I was just like, holy shit, really? I kept thinking as I got close to the top. And so I really liked that. And then coming down was good. I'm 53. My knees were tired by the time I got to the bottom, but during the middle of the day after the day after the hike, in the middle of the day, I was limping a little bit. I had something weird going on in my knee, but it went away. It was just there for like an hour. Nothing the assault bike couldn't fix. I'm extremely sore. I did that workout I told you about where it was 5 sets of 20 push-ups, 20 pull-ups at 5-minute intervals. I was trying to do them unbroken. I didn't do any of the pull-ups unbroken. But I did that workout the other day, and damn, I am sore. Crazy sore. Hey. Good morning.
What up?
Oh, your new computer's nice. I think your audio is even better.
Really?
Is that the new one? God, it sounds good. Yeah, your audio sounds great. Whose audio sounds better? Greg just with no headphones and no mic, or mine? God, your audio sounds good today.
So that must be that M4 Extra or Ultra or whatever the fuck.
Or maybe they put some new mics in there. I mean, so many people today are using their computers for Zooms and podcasting and all that shit. You'd think that would be a major focus. Oh, look, Greg. Yeah, Greg's audio sounds better. That's crazy. Both are 10 out of 10. All right, I'll take it.
That's a relief to me. I feel much better without a headphone.
If you had kids all around you, maybe you'd want headphones.
No, I don't mind the distractions either.
No, all right.
And I also think that this is a style thing. I've had this conversation with others, but I think I can also weed out the signal if a dog goes by or if there's kids playing outside a window.
Dude, I seriously cannot believe how great your audio is. It sounds like you're talking into a microphone, like up at your mouth.
That's crazy, huh?
Yeah, Apple does it again. Hey, I got a text this morning from a guy, and it said, "Hey, Sevi, do you know if Pap smears are as much bullshit as mammograms?" I don't know anything about. I never hear about Pap smears anymore. I haven't heard about them since I feel like the 90s. People still do those?
Yeah.
Oh, there's Caleb.
Hey.
What is a Pap smear? They just take they take a cotton swab and they hit the kazoo with it and then put it under a microscope.
Yeah, pretty much. So they'll
hi, Caleb. Welcome to the show. Go ahead. Pap smear.
Good morning. Yeah,
our Pap smear expert. Go ahead, Caleb.
Yeah.
He's basically a gynecologist.
Yeah, I've been in on a few of them. I know there was a gynecologist just got charged for putting tiny cameras in his clinic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as an army doctor. That's cool.
Wow.
Anyway, Pap smears. They take a speculum, which is like just a spreader. They just like stick it in the vagina and they spread the
that
thing
sucker
open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then they take like a cotton swab and they just slide it and they swab around the cervix and they pull it out.
And then they send it away?
Yeah, and then they send it away. They put it in like some like preservative fluid. And they send it off to the lab. Check it out.
And then do they look at it with a microscope, or if they mix it with chemicals, and if it changes colors? Now I'm getting some weird audio.
For me?
No, it's got to be Caleb's fault. I'm getting an echo.
Probably. Hold on.
That's why you need a headset, so you can hear those. I hear a tiny little echo.
Hey, Sevi, how do I stop the iMessage dinging?
I think you have to just put your computer on like sleep mode. Like you have a Mac, right?
Yeah.
If you put it on like do not disturb, you won't get those messages, that ding.
How do you do that?
In the top right corner, there's like a like it's 2 switches, like a 2.
Yeah.
Click that one, and then the first option will say like sleep, or it'll be like your focus option. You can say do not disturb, sleep, reduce interruptions, driving, that kind of thing.
Even on your computer?
Yeah.
God,
I have mine on sleep all the time.
Okay, there it is. Do not disturb. That'll stop that.
It should, yeah.
All right.
we'll find out.
Focus on.
Thoughts on pap smears? So just really quick to go back to the mammograms. The bad thing about the mammograms is they're telling more people that they have cancer and sending them down cancer treatment that evidence has shown hurts the people more than if you have a cohort of like 10,000 people and they all take mammograms, it might save 2 people's lives, but it might take 10 people down the route of getting cancer treatment that didn't need it, right?
Yeah, I wanna preempt all of that with this, that it's hard to make accurate or thorough assessment of a diagnostic tool when the very nature of the disease itself is not apparent to those devising therapies. And so we're in a really unusual position where your treatment has to work accidentally because I use the example with a pediatrician friend. What was the success rate with treating gastric ulcer before it was realized that H. pylori was the cause, that it was an infection, a bacterial infection with a specific bug? Well, the answer is it was fucking horrible. It was butcher-like. Surgery and Pepto fucking Bismol, pink fucking cement. People, it was a curse. And all you had was something that could be treated with an antibiotic.
Oh boy.
Forever. Bloodletting. Look at the history of bloodletting. And so we need to always be aware of the fact that it is very, very likely that there's some well accepted, well understood treatments that are in fact non-treatments, and in worst case scenario could be deadly, disfiguring, and non-productive. And all of that is kind of what you'd expect when you don't understand the etiology of the disease itself. And that's the problem we got with cancer. The fucking thing's a metabolic disease, and we're all going to pretend like it's a genetic thing, and that alters treatment and it alters outcome. And the problem that everyone's struggling with is that it's a cascade of realizations on the acceptance of it being a metabolic disease. And I'm telling you, it is. It's a fucking metabolic disease. Okay.
All cancers?
Even where we induce it genetically, what we do is we're bringing on a condition that has as part of its genetic makeup mitochondrial dysfunction.
Okay.
All right. So you still got to go past go. And it's a fucking metabolic disease. And we can create the genetic, very much create the genetic disorder that is associated with the genetic anomalies of cancer, with the mutations. We can create those with the mitochondria. That's not in doubt. But treating for rats when your problem is that you have snakes or whatever the hell it is, it makes it work only when you're lucky.
Wow. I don't even know what the pap smear tests for.
I think it's cervical cancer.
Oh, it is? It's a okay. All right. It's funny. I've heard there's so much on mammograms, and I haven't seen much on pap smears.
I would highly recommend Peter Gauthier's book Mammography.
Pap smear primarily screens for cervical cancer by detecting abnormal precancerous changes in the cells on your cervix, often caused by human HPV. It checks for cells, helping doctors catch potential problems early for timely treatment. Oh boy. If cancer is purely metabolic, then why do people like Rob Orlando get it? I think he touched on that. I think that there are environmental conditions that can also damage your mitochondria. Correct?
Yeah. Here, this book. Bam.
Mr. Lange, hundreds of millions of dollars, billions, spent on breast cancer research every year. Billions and billions over the decades goes to treating rats for snakes.
That's correct.
Jeremy Eat World, can Greg keep using small words, please, and thank you.
Did I use a big word?
I don't know.
Used a collection of words that are very difficult to understand. I'm just kidding.
No, I don't think. I don't want to speak too much for Rob, but Rob didn't drink. Rob didn't smoke. Rob never chewed tobacco. Rob did not get the vaccine. I don't know where the information's coming out about Rob either. Is it public somewhere?
I'm not making anything public.
Okay. Well, I just made some. Oh, crossfat. I know what you mean, but can you use small words for the other people, for the dumb people? Oh yes, of course. Yeah, I can invite Rob on the podcast. How about Michael Douglas? Did he get his throat cancer? Is that from getting the bad eating some bad
I always assume so. I think he said so, didn't he?
Did he? Caleb, are you looking that up? Michael Douglas? How did Michael Douglas get?
That's an AI question.
Did Michael Douglas get throat cancer? Oh, I got
Caused by HPV. Yeah, linked to oral sex.
Wow. Hey, if you
he tried to lick around the warts.
Oh no. Oh no. Someone asked at the beginning of the show before you came on what would you do if you were visiting Phoenix? I said hike Camelback, but don't you guys have an incredible like butterfly garden too or something? What would you do there?
I don't know. Go to Flagstaff?
drive 2 hours and leave Phoenix. There's got to be something. There's got to be something to do here. They have a butterfly. They have a butterfly museum.
Like you know what? Like we have this problem everywhere we go.
Everyone wants to do something different.
No, you throw this list up of shit that people are supposed to do, and I don't like any of it.
Hey, I'd go to a gun store while you're here. If you're from California. Okay. That's kind of fun. Scottsdale Museum of Contemporary Art. Oh, I'll tell you something that I know you liked that you told me about. Didn't you go to botanical gardens in Phoenix, like a cactus one?
The Desert Botanical Gardens I really like.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, like I can't get, so I buy this, like I sign up for the Jedi Knight membership, and it entitles me all these courses, and they just get a ton of shit, right?
Yeah.
And I'm interested in all of it, but I don't want to go do that by myself.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I don't know anyone else interested. So what kind of advice should I be given?
Right. You don't have anyone in your family who wants to go to the botanical garden?
No.
Hey, that's sad. I feel like botanical gardens are cool.
I can make them go. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You can make them, is that what you said?
Yeah, I can work out some kind of fucking deal.
And then the whole time.
And then, so remember that time I went to the gardens with you, you know? Okay. Hey, here's the story on those botanical gardens. Some 23-year-old kid in the 1930s took a flatbed truck, a huge one, and spent 6 months down in Baja, and came back with a crazy assortment of rare and great specimens, and to set them up in a perfect environment. And now you go through the place, and many of the exhibits, many of the specimens are the largest in the world of that species.
Wow.
So it's cool. It's a great place.
That's the origin.
If you're into botany.
In 1939, a small group of passionate local citizens saw the need to conserve beautiful desert environment. One was Swedish botanist Gustav Starek. Save the desert. Was that the guy, Gustav? Is he the one who went
I don't
down
remember. I just
Oh.
got a little in doc when I signed up for too much membership.
there? What did you call it? The Jedi Knight membership?
Yeah, something. At the time, I'm a Jedi Knight at the Botanical Gardens.
By 1957, they had 1,000 specimens. By the end of World War II, they had more than 18,000 specimens. Wow. That's crazy.
And it's got, because it's desert species, and I'm not, I didn't grow up in the desert really. Semi-arid Mediterranean climate of Southern California, coastal, but it's got more zoo vibe than fucking Botanical Garden for me.
The whole time you're there, you telling your kids not to touch shit? Don't touch it.
Yeah, but you don't have to. Pretty soon you just give up and fuck it, and they figure it right out.
Because everything.
But all my kids have been spined, I think.
These gardens, the American Association of Museums accredits the gardens. Only 24 gardens have earned that distinction, accredited by the American Association of Museums.
I fully understand that. I mean, you can go there and learn, spend a week there.
They started the Center of Plant Conservation Worldwide was started there.
You want to go?
Yeah, I do want to go. Yeah.
Okay, let's go. I can get you right in. They stand up and snap a salute when I come in.
Garden completes its $17 million expansion in 2002, including a 400-seat reception hall.
Hey, you know the Choluli, the glass guy that's blind in one eye, missing the eye?
Yep.
They had a big exhibit of his stuff that was better than I'd ever seen anywhere. I've seen a lot of those.
The first time I saw his work, we were at a Four Seasons in Toronto. It was hanging in the dining area. It's a massive chandelier. Do you remember that one? Or somewhere in Canada, Montreal?
Yeah, maybe.
Hanging over the breakfast area.
Sounds familiar now.
In 2019, the Botanical Gardens had 190,000 visitors in 1 year. That's pretty big for a botanical garden. The garden closed in 2020 because of a post Greg Glassman made on Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh no, it closed because of COVID. My bad. Sorry.
Brought it to an end. That tweet caused COVID.
Damn, he's right.
All right, that's the history of the Botanical Gardens. I think this show is the most beneficial show in the CrossFit space. I always have a takeaway.
Ooh, there wasn't anything today, was there?
Yeah, now you know the only place to visit in Phoenix is the Botanical Gardens.
Hey, I want to share with you that my yearn for the traveling rings.
Yeah.
It was like a 20-year burn. And I'm blown away at the quality of the stimulus and the acceptance and enjoyment of it with the kids. Because for adults, it has this feeling of like introducing girls to muscle ups or pull ups.
Hey, I think every one of your kids is going to have the elusive one-arm pull-up by the time they're 12 years old because of that movement. Watch her left hand here, how she pulls. I cannot believe how strong all your kids are. I cannot believe how much my kids have adapted just being here 10 days already. Obvious. Obviously, single arm strength is like dramatically increased.
Yeah, Rhett's gone from 10 to 15 pull-ups. But part of
Yeah.
that's just watching your kids too.
It's crazy. Is that your inspiration for him? The ones in Venice?
Yeah, but my elementary school playground had them in a circular, an octagon kind of shape on rubber mat. Yours might have as well. Yours, Caleb, you remember that?
I don't even think we had rings.
Playground rings.
They didn't even have a playground or PE by the time Caleb was in school.
Yeah, I was like a monkey bars kid. We didn't have any rings like this. It's kind of sad, actually.
Hey,
But
we
I
have
think
to show
monkey bars.
we have to show Robbie this. This chick was doing a 360 in between the rings. That's pretty
Oh,
cool.
Riley did that day one.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Just figured it out that quick, huh?
yeah. While he was hanging them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the low body mass and perfect shoulders is really a plus.
Yeah.
That's
I was playing Pokemon when there was a playground.
I can send you the video with Riley doing the 360s.
That's really impressive that a woman her age did that. That is not easy to hang with one arm from those traveling rings. Not easy at all.
I feel like I'd rip a shoulder out.
Yeah,
That's the sensation. That's it. Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
As soon as I grabbed it, my arm did not want to go straight. Like I was trying to hold it in this position the whole time. It did not want to do this.
Oh, really? Just trying to save it. Just trying to save yourself.
Yeah, just trying to protect the shoulder. But each day I've gone in there, I've hung more and more, trying to see if I can find that sweet spot. That chick weighs $105. It's no problem for her. Yeah, she's pretty skinny.
True.
It is interesting. One of Greg's kids, Robbie, does it completely effortlessly. It doesn't even look like there's any strain on her anywhere.
Do you see that jump she did on the skateboard?
Yeah, that was nuts.
Okay, I won't look for this much longer, but I got. I'll show you Riley. Right, here we go. It was one of these.
Soccer Flores, my single arm strength improved when I was 11 years old. I was using my right hand very frequently. Got it.
That makes sense.
Yep. Totally.
A lot more muscle tone in that arm, I bet.
Sebon's worried about pap smears, but never asked if they shouldn't check his prostate. Thanks.
There's controversy.
I can do those for you too, actually, if you want. Just bend over.
Thank you. Go ahead, Greg.
Cancer subject. I just sent you the shot of Riley. You can hear the beep 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 of the scissor lift. He's installing the rings, and she's already figured out the twirly bob.
Oh yeah, here's the one at Greg's house. I sent it to you, Caleb.
Okay.
We are so warm at the botanical gardens during our honeymoon that I was grumpy about looking at plants. We had our first marriage fight. Wow.
Oh, I'm so sorry if you went in the summer. In terms of that question of what to do here, the thing to do here is not come in the summer. That's what you want to do.
Pat's not blocked, is he? He's saying he's blocked. If it wasn't to come back, it was a fact. Also, whoever's talking about me, I can't see I'm blocked. Oh, I don't think anyone's talking about you.
Somebody else must have blocked him or something. But no, he's not blocked.
Okay, so Greg has these in a circle around. Oh wow. Okay.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yep.
And if you listen to the audio, you can hear the guys. They're not all up. That's just he's still building them, and she's swinging on them. Hear that?
Yeah.
Oh my god. You can hear that audio?
Yeah.
Hey, and that's even more difficult for her because her feet touch the ground, so she's got to crunch her core and keep her feet off the ground.
That's so great.
And it's really a challenge to turn the corner. And Rhett can do it. Robbie won't really mess with it much. But it's going to be a big deal when one of them can traverse the length of the gym down, back, and around. So hit all four corners. Because again, turning that corner, it's pretty neat. We've got some videos on it showing how that's done.
Turning the corners.
Yes.
Getting that circular motion. You think someone can do it in one, as you're coming down, you can just do it in one swing as opposed to stopping at the end ring and building that rotation?
Yeah,
someone will figure it
there's
out.
a guy that's off a pair of rings can make 3 different circles on the first pull. And what happens is that arm that you so you swing and you pull hard on that arm, it's the let go is out in a different direction. And then as you let go of that and turn, you end up cutting a different arc. Maybe I should just show you. Should I send that?
Yeah. Send that. That would be great too.
I think I have that.
The weirdest experience during my prostate exam. Oh boy.
This is the oldest joke in the world.
The physician's assistant was rubbing my shoulders while doing it, and it kind of made me uncomfortable. I don't know if you're telling the truth, but
did you get it, Sevi?
The video? No, not yet. But
I'm saying, do you get the joke?
Oh, no. It's a joke. No, I don't get it.
When you get a prostate exam, you have to bend over.
Yeah. Oh. So the physician's assistant was standing in front of him?
No. Standing behind him while he's bent over, holding onto his shoulders and rubbing them.
Oh. Got it. Okay. All right. I was thinking that there were 2 people in the room. All right.
No, there's only one.
All right.
Caleb, I'm still not sure he gets it.
I get it.
Oh, God. You need to go get a prostate exam, someone.
I had one. I had 2. The first guy told me he wanted a second opinion. I was like, Jesus, can't you get the guy who wants a second opinion to do it first? The second opinion guy to do it first?
It's like, I'm not a real doctor yet. Let me go get another doctor who might know better.
I just kept telling myself it's worse for him than it is for me. All right, here we go. The circles.
Yeah, it probably is.
What's up with his straps?
They're like nylon.
And they don't really clasp to the ring. It's just like a rope through the ring.
Yeah, it looks like it. If I can, here we go.
And he uses his feet too. And he keeps that body loose. Little foot grab. Oh yeah, I need to show that to the kids.
He's smooth.
Yeah, how did he draw those circles so perfect? He had a giant protractor?
The whole thing's AI.
Oh, that makes sense.
Have you been seeing those AI videos of the NYPD arguing with ICE?
Yeah, those are crazy. I saw one this morning and got tricked by it for a second.
The only way you can tell is that the NYPD patches don't read in English. Like it looks like Hebrew or some made up language.
Yeah, if you find one of those, show one of those. Those are crazy. I started watching it this morning. I was like, oh shit, what's going on here?
Yeah, it's trippy. Let me see if I can find it real quick. But
that's a trip.
Yeah, they're getting really fucking good.
Oh, geez. Jeffrey Birchfield, I just had mine. You mean your prostate exam? Had internal bleeding, lost half my blood supply. You can't lose half your blood, I don't think.
From a what?
HGB down to 9.7. What's that? Something hemoglobin?
Hemoglobin.
Yeah. This is from swinging on the rings?
Had a second procedure to put clips in. Clips in? Clips on what?
On the prostate.
I don't think you're supposed to clip the prostate. Jeez.
What did he sign up for?
Mr. Kevin, I got mine. Hemoglobin was down to 5 last year. Are you guys talking about pap smears? 0 energy to work out. How was your workouts before you got fixed?
This
Hey,
just
you
like
know,
the
Sammy,
hotline?
this show
Yeah.
could degenerate quite nicely into something that approximates Corolla and Dr. Drew on Loveline, the original.
Yes.
And it was really like Drew Pinsky hated Adam Carolla.
I
You know?
remember. I used to listen to that show.
Yeah. It's funny.
Haley called into that show one time to ask a question about me. I won't tell you what it is, but
All right.
I'll tell you this morning at breakfast. That was pretty funny. Do you remember that, Haley? Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Play this. This is crazy.
You need to stop it. You hear me? Step aside, officer. No, you can play those games in other neighborhoods, but not in Washington Heights. Not while I'm standing here. Back off now. Officer, the law too. What you're doing right now is illegal. You need to stop it. You hear me? Step aside, officer. No, you can play those games in other neighborhoods, but not in Washington Heights. Not while I'm standing here. Back off now.
So the only
Hey.
way you can tell is if you like zoom in really close on
You
this.
know how you know it's fake?
How?
There's few guys smart enough to get onto a department that are stupid enough to not know that a local cop has 0 authority to a uniformed federal police officer, and that push comes to shove, your resistance would be treated identical to a civilian in resistance. In other words, I can't John Q. Public go stand up to a cop and tell him what to do and get the fuck out of my neighborhood no more than he can in his uniform do that to anyone from ICE standing there identified as such.
The problem is, Greg, we've been watching people do that to cops in the ghetto now for 5 years.
No, what I'm
nonstop.
saying is
Civilians
is-
do it.
civilians, that would be your last day on the job, is they'd probably pull a gun on them. What you have is an armed man threatening a federal agent, and his being PD doesn't mean shit.
Hmm.
Like if he were to make contact, touch it, as if that poking, or get in their way of what they're doing, there's a pecking order here that is baked into our way of life, and that is that state and local law enforcement does not interfere with federal law enforcement. That's just period. That's just how that is.
Hey, can I read what it says there in the caption? This post is acting like it's real, right?
Yes.
It says a raw incident. NYPD officer confronts ICE agent in the streets. Crowd stunned by what he says. A dramatic moment erupts when a New York police officer steps forward and publicly challenges ICE agents during an enforcement operation. The video opens with NYPD officer pointing directly at a group of ICE agents. So nowhere on here it says this is AI.
No, nowhere but the comments. And honestly, this is like a prompt. Like the captions of these videos is basically just the prompt that they would put into an AI generator.
Oh, right,
And then-
right.
So if you see something like this where it's just like this extensively long caption reading out very specifically what's happening, 99% of the time it's AI. And if the video is not AI, then the caption was written by AI. Like somebody put the video into a chat GPT or something that said, describe this video to me, and it'll rattle off everything about it.
Hemo clips, bloodline connector clips. What is this thing? That's well said, Caleb, by the way. What is this what you guys are talking about? Workouts were great. Workout the day before. Now I feel like dog shit, but taking it slow. Don't want to fuck up clips. I have a bad echo, by the way. 5 in transfusion levels. That's crazy. 5 is transfusion levels. So your prostate was bleeding and they had to put clips on it somewhere? How would you know your prostate is bleeding? You start pissing blood? Damn. I was having major energy issues before I got checked. Now I'm on a bunch of iron supplements and I feel like a new man, crushing workouts. Damn.
I don't even know he's not before he got checked.
Yeah. Oh, Sevi, if you've had bad hemorrhoids and lose blood badly on the reg, your HGB goes ways down and you have zero energy. Your workouts go to shit. Once fixed, you're like a new man. Oh, so you're just bleeding out through your asshole? Because the hemorrhoids are just like pumping blood out?
This is the breakfast show.
Oh my goodness, is this true? You don't need finger anymore for prostate exam? About 5 years ago, they do it through blood tests. Someone tell my doctor. Oh boy.
Yeah, that's not right.
Greg, breastfeeding versus formula. Just had our first kid.
You breastfeed. Next.
Anything more on that?
We'll earn some real money here. $2 a question. I got to snap through them fast.
Anything more on that? I'm pretty disgusted.
No, I mean, isn't
by
it kind of
formula.
obvious? You know, look, I mean, there are people that have to use formula. Okay, God bless you. Your kid's going to be fine. I'm not going to pronounce anything here. Breastfeeding seems to have every advantage. Plus, it's kind of fun to watch.
Do you believe all the hype when they say like all the formula is full of all these bad chemicals and sugars and carbohydrates, and the breast milk is the fucking gold of the perfect, nutrients for a baby and transmit the antibiotics and the stem cells and all that shit that they say the baby needs to get from the mom and yada, yada, yada. And that also there's a reduction in breast cancer from women who breastfeed versus women who don't, like all just the.
Yeah, that part I would be.
I mean, it's like buying sourdough from the grocery store versus making it at home. Like sourdough isn't that many ingredients, but if you go to the grocery store and buy it, it's got like 1 million ingredients. And it's not nearly as good.
I hate when things start to sound like CBDs,
Like it cures everything?
Fucking everything. Whatever when you think of a good thing, and CBD will do that.
Oh, my back hurts, CBD.
Yeah.
CBDs.
Yeah.
Have you tried putting it in your dog's food? No matter what you say, your dog's
Yeah, that was all the rave for a while, the CBD stuff.
Oh yeah.
Remember, in the era of bloodletting, its proponents and adherency was 100%. It's just what you did. It was a standard of care. But everyone was rife with examples or instances where it saved life. He was fucking dying, man. We did 3 bloodlettings in 2 days, and he recovered. He never would have without that. And now we know that's not what you witnessed. You witnessed someone that you made worse their condition, and they survived it. And you gave yourself a biscuit. You know, you got a cookie for that.
A biscuit.
And believe me, treating cancer is an easier thing to fool yourself with than thinking that draining someone's blood helps them fight off whatever you imagine the illness to be. The description of Dr. Benjamin Rush in his journal, treating George Washington hour by hour, they say is a perfect clinical description of a man bleeding to death. Every symptom, all the sequencing. He's calm now. He's sleeping deeply. Finally, he's resting. Oh shit, his blood pressure. You know, I mean, like, yep, you bled him to fucking death. That's what you did. Hey, the aspirin treatment for influenza. Man, they say that there's descriptions that they were given aspirin hand over fist, and the descriptions of the bad flu cases sounds like classic aspirin poisoning.
Damn.
Classic.
What is? I heard something like basically the treatment that medicine assigns to illnesses, the average lifespan of it 7 years before they realized it was wrong or some shit like that. Have you heard something like that?
The life expectancy in general surgery, the half-life in general surgery of a procedure is 7 years. Caleb, look up aspirin and the flu epidemic.
Okay.
Hey, Pat, tell me exactly what you're talking about, and I'll pull up the article and read it. How does Greg feel about suspension of constitutional rules to do these searches and seizures? Pull up the article. Tell me where it is, and I'll look it up and I'll read it. I'll look it up. Allison NYC, I'm at the gym. The workout just finished, and the coach turned the music off, and everyone said, "Allison, what the fuck are you listening to?" Thanks, everyone. Oh, excellent. Excellent.
You're welcome.
Pat says you still need a finger because they can find small issues with the finger that might not affect the blood test. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the blood. Listen, the blood. They're different tests for different things. One is looking for an enlarged prostate, which could be cancerous, and it could be just benign prostate hypertrophy. But and then the other one, the PSA test, is you're looking for antigens to the prostate itself, which is indicative perhaps of cancer or of benign prostate hypertrophy. But there's the thing that Caleb has pulled up here. There's a published piece in one of the medical journals that was quite compelling, and they were going off descriptions of a patient worsening in sickness. And what they were doing is they were in the charts. They're like, you know, they gave like it was the equivalent of like 50 aspirin, and he didn't get better, and so we hit him again with another 50, and then he drowned in his own mucus. You know, and they're like, "Yep, killed him with aspirin." It's right there in the fucking chart.
Let me read the top of that. Let me read the top before you go down. During the 1918 flu pandemic, high doses of aspirin were used to treat symptoms, but research suggests these doses likely caused salicylate toxicity, leading to pulmonary edema, fluid in the lungs, and worsening respiratory failure, significantly increasing death rates, especially in the first wave of the virus. Today, aspirin is strictly avoided for children with flu due to Ray's syndrome. High doses, doctors prescribe massive, unsafe doses up to 30 grams a day to reduce fever and pain. Wow. Cause brain liver disorder, while newer studies even show aspirin can have antiviral effects in the cell cultures.
But I think that's a pretty good bit of evidence to look through the clinical charts and records of people that were lost and follow the crazy high doses of aspirin with, and then to comment in the charts, in spite of such big doses, we're still getting fluid buildup in the lungs, which would be one of the symptoms of doing that.
Yeah.
It's powerful. And there was other pieces to the piece that were promotional, that were talking about the aspirin factories. The whole world went aspirin fucking nuts.
What wasn't it for a long time too? I remember as a kid they were always telling
There we go.
adult,
I think that might be the piece. Fascinating story. But listen, I think there's value to studying all the things that are gotten wrong, and even like realizing, there's a surgeon that told me that the half-life of procedures in general surgery is 7 years. He'd been doing it 21 years. He goes, we don't do any of the shit everyone did when I first started.
Anecdotally, I feel like 90% of the people who tell me they had back surgery, their back got worse. I'm always surprised when someone tells me it got better.
When I was a kid, everyone had their fucking tonsils taken out. I don't even know anyone as kids that have it. Do you know of any kids that have had their tonsils taken out?
No.
And the implications of that in regards to polio are pretty scary.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, I know now the guidance is whatever they decided to do is to keep them in, like even as adults, like even if you have crazy, right?
Yeah, that's weird.
What if you type in, should I have my tonsils pulled?
Pulled? I don't think they pull
them. It says if you have chronic sleep apnea or snoring. Those are the two main reasons. Pat Lang, my first child breastfed the least, and she's clearly the least smart of my 3 children, and she also is the only one who ever gets sick. There you go.
Wait, what was that again?
Basically, his kid that didn't breastfeed is dumb and gets sick. So he's saying breastfeed.
Pat, that's a...
we have
look,
yeah.
that may be true, but you
can't say it.
No, you don't come to that conclusion on those numbers. It's funny. I can give you a ranking.
I don't know. It's what he's got to work with.
Look, we could play a game where like Rhett's presumed to be the brainiac of the kids, right?
Okay.
And that's because he can snap off answers to shit that Riley looks at and goes, where the fuck you do that from? She doesn't care. She has no desire for that. But she has, before, sitting in the front seat of the car, reached over, hit me, pointed in the back seat, and says, that's your straight A student talking there. While he's just uttering complete and utter bullshit, right? I mean, she's got and it's, you can have an abnormal interest in things like numbers, and someone could be smarter than you and wants to demonstrate proficiency with numbers about as much as you want to see how many teaspoons you can put in your rectum. You know what I mean? Like, why the fuck would you do that?
Why not?
Hey, Riley,
why
what's
not?
9 times 7? She's like, fucking ask Red, Like, what do you think I am? Kind of, right? There's no... Like, if you can't muster any interest on a subject, your absorption of that material will give all the evidence any would need that you have a learning disorder.
Right.
Tell me again. I still don't give a fuck. Tell me again. I still don't give a fuck. And then pretty soon, like, he's retarded. And on the other hand, if you kind of geek out on it, all of a sudden it's like, look at this fucking kid, man. He can multiply 3-place numbers together in his head.
He must be autistic.
You know what? When I meet people with uncanny mental gifts, I give ample leeway for the Doritos, the Mountain Dew, and the shoes on the wrong feet. You know what I mean? It's like there's
Yeah.
like right. Elon's weird. What the fuck? Of course he's weird. What he's done is exceedingly weird.
Right.
Dude, he came here with nothing and he's built the world's most valuable car company. He's leading in space exploration and he's the world's richest man. I think tell me there's no not weird that gets there.
Right.
Not weird to get you a job in a steel plant in Pittsburgh,
Right.
which is a noble and wonderful thing. And God bless the people that aren't in there that aren't weird. But exceptional achievement comes out of weirdness.
Like that guy we saw yesterday working at Dick's at the cashier. He's normal. He's not weird.
What is his name?
Ben.
Derek Lander?
What was his name? You remember his name?
Ben.
Oh.
He said he didn't own a computer. Oh, my job doesn't require me to own a computer. I don't own one.
Wow, really?
Yeah, that left a mark on me. We have two boys. One was formula, second breastfed. The second one is much healthier. If he gets sick, he snaps back faster. Oh, I don't. This is some crazy shit. Okay, Miss Burns. Here we go. Liquid gold. Mom can chew her baby's nails, and then her breast milk will make her antibodies for the organism she consumed. Holy shit!
Thought you were going to read that as orgasms.
Orgasm. She can. Wait a second. What? It's not. Wait a second. That's some liver king shit, Miss Burns. I love you to death, but you're telling me that if you're a mom and you chew the baby's fingernails, then her breast milk will make antibodies for the fingernails? Oh, specifically, for that organism, antibodies for that child.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading. That's why I'm reading that too.
Antibodies against the child, so the kid will get autoimmune disease.
The kid's gonna get AIDS if you
is this
chew
the
the
source of
fingernail?
arthritis? Mothers that bite the.
Wow. I'd like to see that study. That's Sevi is in the same house as Greg. No. As the crow flies, I'm like probably 800 meters from him, though. Candace Owens says the physician who bled out George Washington was Mossad.
It's good.
Oh, damn. Bernie. Okay, here we go.
I like the Babylon Bee saying that Zoran was going to put City Hall under the Children's Hospital.
Holy shit.
That's just too good,
That's awesome.
The Supreme Court ruled that ICE do not have to ID themselves, can wear masks, can detain you even if you are a citizen, and they can go on your property with no warrant. This isn't a troll, it's a fact. Pat, so there's all sorts of things there. I'm sure Greg will weigh in too, but when there's situations in this country, like if something is deemed if some organization is deemed a terrorist organization and they're investing in a terrorist organization, it basically makes it so that all the resources of the government then become available. And that's why they can catch someone who's a terrorist who killed someone, but they can't catch the 25 killings that happen every weekend in Chicago. Because to hunt down the killers in Chicago, you have to follow the rules of the Constitution and the rules of the state and the city. But if it was a terrorist organization doing 25 killings a week in Chicago, they would have workarounds, and it opens up and gives the government and the police and the investigators other resources. And I think you're missing that, and without putting that in the context of what you're doing and what the feds are doing and what ICE is doing, you're missing the point. I'm guessing that's what's going on here. Thoughts on that, Greg?
Well,
I don't think the Constitution stands for defends people who are here illegally.
The Supreme
I don't
Court
know,
ruled
but
they
shouldn't.
don't have to ID themselves. Cops don't have to ID themselves ever. That's not a requirement. That's why they do undercover shit. they don't have to tell you the truth either. So when you ask, "Are you a cop?" They go, "No, are you?" And like you're
You got to tell me if you are.
yeah. So they don't have to tell you if they're cops, and they don't have to wear ID, and of course they can wear fact and can detain you even if you're a citizen. Well, they're detaining you to see if you are a citizen. And so if it could be that if you're a citizen they can't detain you, well, who would they detain?
In general, no, a police officer does not have to identify themselves even if you ask them.
They don't have to go on your property without a warrant. Our buddy, talks about getting in a gun battle. He and 5 or 6 of his friends against some guy that drove his car through a whole bunch of front yards and then ran into a house like he owned it and into the back bedroom. And they got in a gun battle in the fucking living room. And as the smoke cleared and this guy had been just shot all the shit up, they looked and there was a family all mid fork, frozen. They just watched this gun battle erupt in their living room. No warrants involved, of course. So I'm not seeing anything here. I'm sensitive to that kind of thing too.
Yeah, are you
But
happy?
the people that have their panties in a bunch now were the same ones that called a black barber being pulled from his shop and stomped while his shop burned, a peaceful protest. So I'm not really sure where their concerns are. Hey, the party of Russian collusion paid for by Hillary with my attorneys and my I paid for that. I paid into that machine by supporting Podesta. But their role in all of that and its exposure, I would think that anyone that called themselves a Democrat would be really sensitive to all these kind of issues and take a couple of years to just stay silent on almost every issue. I remember Murray Carpenter tell us if it wasn't Russian collusion, there was no story. That was the culture at the Washington Post. Hillary did that. And you know the perfect thing about that is she had colluded with the Russians. Those $500,000 speeches that Bill was doing over there and her selling the rights to the uranium to the Russians, okaying that at state. There's a quid pro quo there that's obvious. He'd go
Yes.
to Moscow and get 500,000 for a speech that no one ever heard. No record of it, no recording, no tape, no discussion, no mention, no media. But he got 500 grand to go talk. He was probably the one that was getting urinated on, and they got video of it.
Did you see? I don't know if you heard. There's a guy out there, Patrick Byrne, who's claiming he has 3 audio files that he's going to release with Hunter Biden telling a Pakistani liaison to tell the Iranians that, hey, if you give me 10% of the $8 billion that we're holding, that we have blocked that you can't get, I'll have my dad release the $8 billion. That came out last night. He's saying it publicly. I haven't heard the audio files. That wouldn't surprise me. Would it surprise you?
No.
No.
No, they were eating out of the Chinese feed bag. So to think that the China was giving them anything without having recordings of it would be stupid. If I got my Chinese handler to get me to do anything at all untowards or criminal, I promise you they'd make record of it.
If you go to a urologist, say you have symptoms, they will automatically say prostate. Prostate could be stricture kidneys, host of other things they never look for. Greg, you should have given $1.99 for this question. What are your thoughts, experiences with ultrasounds during your wife's pregnancies?
I liked them. I was always good for that visit. I'd rather watch it do the ultrasound than go to Nordstrom.
I like the ultrasound too, but I really like Nordstrom. Is Nordstrom still around?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, I mean they closed down in Santa Monica, and
that's not Nordstrom.
they
That's
closed
Santa
down in San
Monica that
Francisco.
closed down in San Francisco. Yeah.
yeah, we have Nordstrom.
My Nordstrom's kicking
Omaha.
ass.
They have a Nordstrom's in Scottsdale.
Dude, it's 800 meters from me.
Oh,
800 meters. We can walk there in 7 minutes.
and get a Shake Shack.
Yep. And on a street with no traffic in one of the fastest growing cities in the country. Just the traffic here is amazing. That we have so many. Most of the residential streets see only local traffic, and to the north, south, east, or west, not too much time is a huge thoroughfare, an artery, pulsing with cars, 3 lanes in both directions.
Now, Pat, I think you're watching too many AI videos. You're comparing something like the Patriot Act, which I support, to grabbing a guy named Frank in his car who has a tan. Hey, show me that. Show me that. Send me that. Send me that in my DMs. I want to see that.
That's not happening.
I want to see that. Everything I see, the police aren't doing enough.
Hey,
I don't even see the police defending
here's
themselves.
what I heard from firsthand participant. You're told that your guy named Zoran is hanging out at the Home Depot talking with some other known criminal elements. And you get there and you see him, and as you're moving for him, everyone runs like hell. And so the team basically wants to secure him and anyone else running if you can, because he says they're great. There's a read for everyone running, you know? It can be like, that's stupid. You didn't have to run to look what we got here, you know? And the pedophile is the one that went over the fence and ran across 6 lanes of traffic to get away. And so you're like, I'm really interested in that guy. And so the helicopter stays with him. And and the guy who's like was overdue on his library book just stands there and hey, our SEALs were doing the same thing. They said we'd turn the corner and whoever was running like hell in man dress and flip-flops, they shot.
Of course.
That was Andy Stumpf, by the way. I would hate to tell one of his stories without giving him credit.
Yeah, that was good of you. Very nice. I saw this morning, Georgia.
You like that, Caleb?
That was good.
It wouldn't be right to not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like you gotta have integrity.
Mm-hmm.
This morning, a Georgia Democrat was Congress
And women and children. What? I'm sorry.
All right, this show's over. We've done our good work here. Hey, Greg, let me ask you this. Can you think of,
they're all wearing man jammies.
I mean, I want you to think long and hard about this one. Can you think of anything in life where where doing CrossFit would hurt your endeavors? Like if you were a violinist or a professional football player or a drummer or a physicist or a garbage man, or can you think of any vocation, anything? Do you see where I view CrossFit as like, hey, you want to pour gasoline on the fire, just add CrossFit to whatever you're doing. And we've seen that, right? With violinists, drummers, football teams.
Yeah. I think it's a reasonable facsimile for the trials and tribulations that would have come our way in a primitive environment, that we haven't devolved to chairs and houses so much as we're still in need of scrambling from boulder to boulder and throwing spears and taking your 3-year-old back from the coyote kind of a life.
like let me give you an example. Let's say
you look at animals in nature, and what you see is periods of crazy athleticism, right?
right.
Like, look what that lion just did! Wow. And did you see? I saw recently in a feed a big male lion got pissed off at a hyena, and it was just unbelievable. I mean, I because I've seen videos where there's a little standoff between two hyenas and a lion, but this was like my cat with a little lizard. You know what I mean? It was like this poor dog like creature had no fight in it, really.
Hyenas panic as male lion appears out of nowhere.
I don't know what the title was. It's some kind of Instagram thing.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me put you way out on a limb here. You have someone like Michael Phelps, right? Let's say he's the greatest swimmer who ever lived, and
He went to an L1.
Oh, he did.
He did.
Holy shit!
Wow.
What happened to that footage?
Wow.
I can tell you who brought him too.
Wow.
I'm probably not supposed to say her name at this point.
Okay. I think I know. Is she a swimmer also? Was she a water polo?
Yes.
Or, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right. All right. All right. Well, that answers that question. Hey, did you see Dave went and met the 4-star general who is in charge of the Space Force yesterday in
Oh,
Florida?
that's cool.
Yeah, that is cool, right?
Yeah.
It was.
Did you
really-
see that thing I sent, the ultimate gift? I sent that to Dave.
Oh, yes. Caleb should pull
Show
that up.
that. Share that. Who doesn't want one of these?
First, there's a and they asked him to speak. It's pretty cool. It's pretty impressive. Yeah, they had a fitness competition. They had Dave program the final event and then go there and start the event, and it's really cool. And they fully embrace CrossFit. I was reading an article about it. They just can't love on CrossFit enough. They're not like the other branches who are kind of afraid to say CrossFit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's cool.
that relationship's ancient
With the military.
with the Air Force.
Yo, this is the Space Force.
Same.
Yeah, but yeah. Same thing.
They're called Guardians, not Airmen. They're called Guardians. They are. Did you know that, Caleb? They're called Guardians.
I know. I think it's the gayest thing on the planet. But whatever. I'm also in the Air Force, so what the fuck can I say?
So when you say it's more Air Force than anything?
Yeah, no, I think it's perfect. I think because I know the Space Force is supposed to be like this pioneer of new things and being able to. I don't know. It's cool that they're doing it. It's very Air Force. It's very like what I will say is a lot of the people that I see walking into affiliates are people in the Air Force. So it makes sense.
And Taylor went to the Pentagon the other day and taught some classes over there.
This is like so. If Taylor's saying he met the guy on the left, then that's the highest ranking enlisted member of the Space Force. So that's pretty cool.
You know what my problem with Space Force is? My whole life, a space cadet's been a fucking idiot.
Oh yeah.
A space cadet?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I just would have, we need a better name.
Agreed.
Phelps went to an L1. That is fascinating. His Chili Goats company sponsors a lot of masters events in CrossFit. Okay.
He God, I wish I could tell the story, but I just absolutely cannot.
Okay.
But what a great story. You know it on how he got there.
Can you tell me at breakfast again?
Yeah,
What was this is. I needed to pull up about Dave.
Oh, the Dave gift. Sevy.
Oh yeah. I sent you a video. It's a Target.
Oh, that thing. Okay.
Have you seen that before, Caleb?
I don't think so. It's very interesting. It's very cool. Let's see here.
That's your ultimate shooting scenario.
It's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
Peeking from around the rocks of the bookcase.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
That all the way up is up and firing, it looks like to me. Yeah, that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Hey, and what do you do? You,
stand up and shoot.
that's just a piece of cardboard or something. And you just change that, the head.
Yeah, it looks like it. And then the piece in front is just a steel plate.
Yeah. You buy new heads and clip them on. I guess I want one.
I
Yeah.
guess there's the shot down low because look at the comment. Okay, who shot the hostage in the hip? Is there a shot down low?
Yeah.
It's very low.
Yeah.
Somebody shot from the holster down here.
And you know what, Caleb? There ought to be a way to joystick that thing so someone can control it.
Yeah, absolutely. There,
Because you're just gonna watch it for a minute or two and figure out the rhythm and anticipate it.
right, exactly. There's got to be a little bit of a random element to it because I know they make some that they put on like little robots and it'll like drive around in a space thing like that. Those are pretty cool. But
Oh, this sounds horrible. At Fort Banning, we have privates in a berm pushing targets up for the long-range rangers, meaning that there's someone behind a dirt mound pushing targets up while dudes shooting towards them.
yes,
Oh, that's fucktarded.
It's like a concrete lane that they're sitting in. Like it's like concrete walls, concrete sidewalk, and then there's a mound above them and below them, and then they just put this.
Hey, you know what? I'd rather do that than check for snipers.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'd stick a little head up there.
Where you just walk down the middle of the street and everyone, okay, I got you, bro.
Exactly.
Clock cutter, it's perfectly safe.
Perfectly safe. 100%. Nobody's ever caught frag after getting shot at by one of those things.
Damn.
I was told that word's out on the robot that brings you food, a cell phone, or any of that shit in hostage scenarios. That like people like take hostage and saying keep the robot off the fucking, I'll kill him if I see a robot on the porch. But Jimmy was saying you used to have the robot that would hand you the cell phone and then shoot you. He goes, that was the best one ever. It's gonna bring you a phone and a bag of McDonald's and it shoots you through the eye. The robot's eye.
They used one to take down a suspect
in Texas.
Yeah,
it was set off like a pound of C4.
And then the dude tried to get out of the room, and they just ran over on top of him. He's like pinned under the robot right here. That's like, you can't move that robot with one person. It's like a 500-pound robot.
Hey, guys, hold on a second. I want to say hi to someone.
Okay.
All right.
We will take a small commercial break. Here we go. Lady with Down syndrome. Offended.
Comparing us to Tim Walz. You're giving us a bad reputation.
That's got to be AI, right?
No way. There's some really funny.
Please stop comparing us to Tim Walz. You're giving us a bad reputation.
That is so good.
What was that?
This watch. Listen.
Please stop comparing us to Tim Walz. You're giving us a bad reputation.
The Down syndrome girl doesn't want to be compared to Tim Walz. She's pissed at Trump.
Oh, that's so good.
AI.
You think?
I don't know. I don't even know anymore. That cop video fucked me up.
Mhm.
When I found out that chick at the Silver Spur in Watsonville was AI, I was really bummed.
Oh yeah. Definitely AI. Definitely AI. Isn't that weird when you go into a place like that? You go into a diner in the middle of a small town in the middle of nowhere, and there's a 15 out of 10, a 15 out of 10 there. And you're like,
Okay.
how are you there? How are you here?
Right.
Tell me what you mean by that, because I think I have the same thought.
Like,
Like, there's no need for you to be here.
there's no need for you to be here. And how did you like?
How have you not moved to a bigger city? How have you not like done something more than work at a diner?
Or I mean, she's just such a standout. She doesn't even look like anyone else in the place. It's like when I go to Kaiser and I'm in the waiting room. I'm like, hey, I'm not the same species as these people. Like, am I at the veterinary clinic? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not. I must be at the wrong. This isn't a hospital for humans. It's like that.
The
She's
equine.
so beautiful. It's like, hey, you don't really belong here.
Mm.
Like, someone needs to come scoop you up in their G5.
That's what I thought you were talking about.
Like,
You
how?
would, you
Like,
would
what?
think
Like,
you
what?
would think you'd think she'd be more likely to be on her hands and knees on the bedspread in some dude's house than serving hash in the Silver Spur.
Or maybe driving his Range Rover with his 4
That
kids is
too.
what I was
Well, that's the
thinking.
same
But
thing.
yeah,
That
yeah,
too. Same idea.
you're talking about a different spot in the timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It just doesn't make any. It doesn't make any sense.
I get
So
you.
weird.
Okay, were you going to show something, Caleb? The robot shooting the guy?
Oh no, I was just showing him that it was pinned. The robots are doing good. They're progressing. They're making our lives easier. They're catching bad guys, serving drinks at the bar, making small talk.
Imagine demanding a Big Mac and a cell phone and the thing shoots you in the forehead. Holding the Big Mac and the cell phone.
So good.
Jethro, I saw the most beautiful girl working the counter at McDonald's in Queens, around 20 years old. I couldn't even order. I was speechless. Greg and I went into the Guitar Center the other day, and it's a huge, beautiful Guitar Center in Phoenix, and there's 80 dorks in there buying instruments, and then just one of the most beautiful women you've ever seen. And Greg and I were like, what's going on in here?
You'll see her on TikTok or Instagram Reels here soon, learning how to play guitar.
Katrina.
She'll have, like,
Katrina.
Yeah, Katrina. Probably 50, right?
Mm-hmm.
jeez.
Texas accent, so sweet, charming, just chopping it up with Greg and I. We're like, what's going on? God, Guitar Center is such a magnet for dorks. What a great cure. If you pop too many Viagra's, go into a Guitar Center, it'll fix it. Wow. It is the dork squad in there. All right. I think we're ready for breakfast. You ready for breakfast?
Shit, yeah.
Did you already go? I know you get up
No.
early. No, okay.
You know, you know what I did? I got up early and I had half of a sesame seed bagel with ham and cheese and egg.
No, all right.
But now it's time for breakfast.
All right. Are all your kids up running around?
Oh yeah. Yeah, in fact, Dinkums will start ISR here in a little bit.
Oh, is she getting close to the end, the final boss?
Yeah, and I think we're doing extra weeks.
Okay.
Baby waterboarding. She floats.
That's awesome. I know I saw her float. I saw her floating out in the pool the other day.
Pretty amazing. Roll over on her back and chill for a little bit.
That's huge.
Big step.
All right. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Caleb. Come visit, man.
Dude, I'd love to. That'd be awesome.
All right, sir.
All right. I'll see you soon, Greg.
Bye.
See you, Greg.
Wow. I just saw that there's a button on there below kick from studio. You can put ban from studio. I'd never seen that
Yeah.
before.
I guess so they don't
Come back in.
access to the same link. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
Crazy. Trump's not believing the Jan 6 guy they caught is the right guy.
Oh, really?
Nope. They
He
got.
thinks it's that lesbian who works for the CIA?
I don't know who he thinks it is, but it's getting weird.
Hmm.
It's
There
getting
you go.
weird.
Yeah.
I watched a Piers Morgan interview Nick Fuentes last night.
Did you?
Oh man, I made it through 55 minutes and I'm like, wow, both these guys are so stupid. They both obliterated each other. Nick Fuentes made Piers Morgan look like a complete fucking idiot, and Piers Morgan made Nick Fuentes look like a complete idiot. It's a
Really?
it's a
You think it
complete
was 50-50?
dude. It's a complete demolishing. At one point, Nick Fuentes is trying to explain to Piers Morgan. He's like, "Hey, look at all these killings in Chicago, and black on black crimes." And Piers Morgan's like, "Yeah, but white people kill people too." And he goes, "Yeah, but you have to look at it proportionally. If it's 1 out of every 100 black guys that's a murderer, and it's 1 out of every 600 white guys," Piers Morgan's like, "What are you talking about? It's the same amount." Nick Fuentes goes, "No, it's not the same amount." He goes, "Yeah, it's the same amount." He goes, "No, it's proportionally. If 6% of the population in the United States is black males and 38% of," and Piers Morgan could not fucking follow the conversation. It was at one point, Nick Fuentes goes, "Are you stupid or are you trolling me?" It was crazy.
Yeah.
I was getting secondhand embarrassment from Piers Morgan.
Yeah. He
And
couldn't even follow what was happening. It was crazy.
And then fucking Nick Fuentes doesn't know the difference between using discernment and being racist, right? So
Right.
he was conflating using discernment with things that you're seeing out in the wild with, let's say, a group of black guys who pull up with their pants sagging, talking loud behind you and your girlfriend at 1 o'clock walking down the street, versus just using your discernment versus just being just a scumbag racist. It was fucking crazy. I was like, wow, these are two fucking guys that I thought were so well thought out. And you realize also how incapable Piers Morgan was to conduct an interview without all his fact checkers and all his help. Like, he's getting so much information in real time to try to fight Nick Fuentes.
Yeah.
And then Nick Fuentes told a story on, I guess, on one of his podcasts about how his dad wouldn't let him like go to restaurants with like black servers or some shit like that, or black owned businesses. And then when Piers Morgan brought that up, he's like, "Hey, don't talk about my dad." Piers Morgan's like, "Dude, I'm not talking about your dad. You talked about your dad, and I'm just bringing up the story." Nick Fuentes was crazy. What's crazy is it was hostile from the beginning. They didn't even get off on the right foot. It was nuts. It was nuts. And it made me walk away thinking, oh shit, Piers Morgan truly is a libtard masquerading kind of as a conservative in the United States.
Yeah.
And then this morning, last night I saw this clip. I got to show this clip. I don't know what's wrong with Nick Fuentes. I don't know what he's I got two clips to play. I'll play this one first. I think Nick Fuentes is about to maybe implode or have his audience cut in half. This clip's going on. Remember when Ryan Dawson was on the show? Ryan Dawson, he says he's not a Jew hater, but
Ryan Dawson.
I mean, he's the guy. He lives in Japan, and he's the Epstein expert.
Yep.
Okay, so Ryan Dawson posted this. This is crazy. Here we go.
Roipers or groomers. So over the past several months, I've shared a few of Nick Fuentes' videos because I agree with a lot of his stances on like Israel, the current condition of the United States of America. I agree with. But this video you're about to see is beyond disturbing, and it's a line as a society that we have agreed we're not going to cross. It's not out of context. I found other videos that support the original video. Can't with this. I'm sorry, I can't. Not any of this.
Same thing goes with women. I don't want to turn 30 and find some 20-year-old 29-year-old woman that I have something in common with, and it's like, hey, properly aged like wine. Women don't age like wine, they age like milk. They don't age like wine. That's not how their hormones work. That's not how they work. Yeah, I gotta find my 16-year-old wife. Let's say I get married to the 18-year-old now. 6-year age difference. When I turn 40, she's gonna be 34. Ew. What if I'm 30 and she's 16? 14-year age difference. Then now we're talking here. Now we're cooking with gas. I want a 16-year-old who's untouched, pristine, untouched, uncorrupted, innocent. That's what we all want. I think the age of consent should be lower. I don't even really believe in the concept. I'm banning people. If you're telling me to stop, you're gone. Bye. Fuck you. I'm out here free thinking, okay? And if I've got weird sexual interests,
Children.
well, they're hotter. Let's fucking go. That's why we love them.
Anyways, do you consider Chris Hansen a hero? I grew up with this guy, so I consider him a hero.
He's like the pedo catcher guy. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, certainly some of that can be considered heroic, but I've said this before, the pedo catcher stuff, a lot of it I really think is a grift, and a lot of it I think is just hysteria. What you tend to see with the pedo catchers is a lot of the people that they catch are just like disgusting, ugly freaks. And then a catfish, and okay, obviously it's super bad if they're like under the age of 15, let's say, because that's like prepubescent. But if there's like a 15-year-old, someone who purports to be like 15 and is really attractive, and they're giving a really disgusting freak a lot of attention, you have to wonder, like, is that person a pedophile?
Yeah, so Nick, this isn't thought leader type material, bud. Like at all. Like this is like hard drive check aisle 5 for Fuentes type material. But you
Is that real? I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
David Weed says he's trolling, but that just seems. I don't know. I do not like that.
I don't know.
I do not like that.
I don't know. I got one more to play for you. Yeah, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean by trolling, I guess.
Yeah, I don't either. Like, yeah, I don't. What is there to troll when you're doing something like that?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Hey guys, you just bumped into my podcast studio. Are you guys fucking retarded? Oh, they said yes.
Makes sense.
Here we go.
Just to clear up one of the many theories about you, I have no idea what the answer is and you haven't got to answer. But are you actually attracted to women?
I am attracted to women.
You're not gay?
No. But I will say that women are very difficult to be around.
Okay.
So there's that.
And do you think they should have the right to vote?
I do not. No, absolutely not.
They should stay at home?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
So basically, you're just a misogynist old dinosaur, aren't you? For a young guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm the boomer. I know I'm the boomer here, but actually, you're a 27-year-old dinosaur, aren't you? Aren't you, Nick Fuentes? All women.
I am.
All women are annoying. All women grow old. They all get fat. Says the guy. Have you ever had sex?
No, absolutely not.
Wow. Says the guy who's never got laid.
You think that's true? He's never had sex? I think it's true.
I think it is true. I think it's funny that Piers Morgan just he loves that point. He's really enjoying that. He just seems like kind of a fag for doing. I don't know.
I do want to say this: of all the things that he said on there, the women not voting, I can let that slide. Women being difficult to be around is kind of stupid because tons of people are difficult to be around.
True.
So it's just out of context. I can think of tons of dudes who are difficult to be around. The attractive 15-year-old girl thing, nope. As a civilization, that's no go. Your radar's all fucked up. But the biggest thing in there that you
Very
have
Islamic of him.
what?
So that's very Islamic of him.
Yeah, he said basically as long as they were bleeding, which is the Muslim thing. If a girl's menstruating at 6, you can fuck her. That's the way of the Quran. But the one thing that he's really off on is a 34-year-old woman is an absolute fuck machine. And if you are avoiding 34-year-old women, you are gay as fuck. All right. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. I hope all of you get a chance to run into a 34-year-old healthy woman because there's nothing better. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.